A damn fool and a liar. Those words from Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene about House Speaker Mike Johnson. She's doubling down, refusing to let up on her threat to oust him if he gives way and allows more U.S. aid to Ukraine. Joining us now, CNN congressional correspondent Lauren Fox. Lauren, those are some really nasty, strong words. And I know a top Republican has called her a member of the Chaos Caucus. What's the speaker going to do about this?
Yeah, I mean, she may be a member who is on the fringes of her party when it comes to wanting to oust Speaker Mike Johnson. But here's the problem for the speaker. It's such a narrow majority right now among House Republicans that any one member has excised power here. And what you're hearing from Marjorie Taylor Greene is the idea of doing anything on Ukraine could potentially trigger her decision to go ahead and try to oust the speaker. Our colleague Manu Raju caught up with Marjorie Taylor Greene yesterday over the phone, and she said one of the most egregious things that Mike Johnson could do right now is to go ahead and try to bring forward aid to Ukraine. Here's what she said. It looks like we don't have that shot right now, Sarah. But one thing to keep in mind here is the fact that she is arguing that she's not saying she's going to bring a motion to vacate against Speaker Mike Johnson if he moves ahead with Ukraine. She's also not saying it is not a red line for her. And that is making it extremely difficult. Behind the scenes, Mike Johnson is still talking to members about the best path forward to do something on Ukraine aid. But sources that I'm talking to say we should not expect that a vote would be ready to go next week. That's because he still wants to have these continued conversations with members of his conference, in part because he has floated a series of ideas, including trying to make part of this funding a loan to Ukraine, something that he was hoping might assuage concerns from conservatives like Marjorie Taylor Greene. But obviously, from Manu's conversation that he had with her yesterday, it becomes very clear that that may not be enough, that any action on Ukraine could endanger Speaker Mike Johnson's job. Sarah?
I think it's very telling and striking how one member of Congress can cause so much chaos. Lauren Fox, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Kate?
So twist